Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Laura with Stitchin with Laura. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is having a great Sunday and a great weekend. Yeah, so we gotta finish. So I just got it into my head. I was gonna finish it, and this is number 3 because number 2 I didn't finish. So I got this one done. It wasn't real difficult or hard. It's just that I finally got back to it, I guess. But it is Joy to the World, and I've forgotten. Hang on. It is by Needle Art not Crafts. Hang on. I'm working on it. You know, you'd think I'd be organized because I took my copy. It's from Needle Art by Wendy. Wendy, is it Petros? Yeah, I thought it was cool. So I don't have a color picture to show you because heaven knows. Let me see. Maybe I can look it up here in this book. Here we go. Okay, and then we'll just use this to cover that. But that's what it's supposed to look like. So I think I did a good representation of it. This is 16 count Country French Cafe Mocha from Witchlet. Yeah. So that's done. So I don't know how I'm going to finish it yet. So we're just going to set it aside. Hang on. We're trying to move everything. The pattern's right there. Oh crap. So yeah. Then I decided I gotta fold this. Hang on. I went and I got my earthen, which is 16 count earthen by Picture This Plus. It's kind of a like terracotta clay, only light, if you will. That's what it reminds me of. And it's got all kinds of fuzzies on it, but yeah. I just thought it was beautiful fabric. So I picked that. And then I came back to my book. And I picked one out by Luhu Stitches, Cynthia Young. And it's called Frosty Christmas Tree. Whoops. I didn't do a great job at that. There you go. Where is it? I wanted to show you the color version. It looks like a cake on a pedestal. So I was thinking, you know, because as you can see, there's no stitching like right there and right there. If I made it into like a dark, like a chocolate, because I have like 3771, I think is my dark brown that I really like to use. I like to use it enough, and then I can't even remember what color it is. But I thought, you know, I'm always trying to complicate things, so I'm just going to stitch it just the way it is. So I started it last night. Hang on. And let me turn you around. Whoa. Shoot. Hang on. All right, I'm back. So I started working from the bottom going up, and I'm just picking my own colors. It only has like 1, 2, 3, 5 colors, but I picked 433, and it was supposed to be Hazelnut Weeks Dye Works for that, and the white I believe is B5200 white. For this, hang on, it's a mess. So just, it actually shows up, and it's stitching okay. I just have to stitch kind of slow. But what I wanted to show you was, you see how there's like little red things here? I thought I would change those to different colors so they'd look like Christmas lights. So I'm just going to randomly pick, you know, 4 or 5 colors, you know, to make them look like Christmas lights hung there in between it. And I might even use some of that gold colored silk thread from that Phoenix. I have some also from Yin and Yang to kind of like string it together, you know, use like back stitching to stitch lights together and then stitch like a gold star up on top. But I thought that'd change it up a little bit. I don't have anything in silver where I could make the, what do you call it? The snowflakes, you know, into that. But I just thought I'd dress it up a little bit. So that's the plan. So I'll let you know how that all goes. So right now, I thought we'd just stitch on this. What the heck, right? Fun times. So last night I finished that other one. I didn't do much of anything else but run back and forth and see if the water was running or not running down the sink. Oh, jeez. After a while, I just got over the whole thing and went to bed. I went to bed by 10 o'clock. I was just done. So, yeah, no progress. It's still there. So, we'll see. I'm just kind of letting it go. Some days you just gotta go on. Got way too long of a piece of thread here. So I'm gonna cut that off and figure out where I'm at. Oh, and I had to change, of course I had to change the, what do you call it? The cartridge in the stupid printer. Because, yeah, I hadn't done that in a while. So now I'm going to have to go out and buy some more cartridges. I bought those actually from Amazon. Got back maybe the end of summer. I bought 3 of them. So they've lasted this long. But I've done a lot of printing here and there. So, I mean, it's fine. It works for me, and I'm just glad that I have a printer. You can't really tell in the picture what color this fabric is. I wish it would show it better, but it doesn't. It's a beautiful fabric. Beautiful. It's like a pink, pale terracotta. That's about all I can tell you. So, yeah, I haven't decided. I think I'm going to, hang on, I gotta find a home for that needle so I don't drop it. I thought maybe I'd just make this like an individual little picture. I'm not framing it, you know. And then I've got this gold edging that I could put on the outside of it. So we'll see how it works. I'm not real hopeful with that. I don't know. Maybe it might go on there better than I thought it would. So we'll see. That's one idea. So, yeah. Didn't do much of anything. I watched... what do you call it? Call the Midwives. Because I could stitch and do that at the same time. I finished my book on, what do you call Audibles? I am having a hell of a time with words today, ain't I? So, and that was White Fire by, trying to figure out where that goes. By Preston and Child. So I finished that one, and I still have 2 more to finish here. I just wasn't real carried away with this one book that I was reading on listening to on my audio that I got from the library. This is bizarre. It looked easier than it was going to be. But that's all I really basically worked on. My son left at noon, so I just started right in and tried to finish, you know, this. And I didn't even pull out the other one. I just positively cannot look at it. No. It needs to be gone from my life, I think. It just didn't turn out the way that I was expecting it to, shall we say. What are you doing over there, Molly? Are you digging a hole? It's kind of chilly today. It's like 30 degrees, but yet the wind is blowing between 10 and 30 miles an hour. Kind of comes and it goes. So, we'll see. Did I say this was from Picture This Plus? This material. After a while, I forgot what I did say. How's that? I know it's terrible. Just terrible. But it feels like it's about 18 count because of the way it's dyed. That's okay. It'll make it nice and small. I don't think I should be using one strand. It doesn't feel like that. I kind of like the coverage. So, we'll see. We will see. It's just a bit hard to find that hole. But yeah, I don't know. I felt like I did more yesterday, but sometimes when I finish things, it feels like you've accomplished more than you have. Does that make sense? It's kind of a relief. So I don't know what I want to do with that thing. We've got some nice red that I could put on the back, but we'll have to think about it for a little bit. Sometimes when I finish things, I know, absolutely this is what I want to do, you know, but others, not so much. And today's the Super Bowl. Yoo-hoo. Okay, where am I? I have to figure this out. It looked like I could just go right across there, but it's not happening. So that doesn't start till like 4:30 here, and I don't even know where they're playing the Super Bowl. I know, isn't that stupid? So I guess if it was early, it would be like someplace else. I don't know. It would be like East Coast. So I have no idea. That shows you how much I pay attention. I haven't watched football all season. My daughter was flabbergasted because, yeah, that's not me. I don't know, I just didn't get into it this year. Too many other things going on. It's going to be kind of small, huh? Especially on this. Oops. We need an extra piece there. I don't know why it went like that. There's two small ones in between here, but this one is a 5 across. So we gotta move that just a little bit. I don't expect this to take too much time. And if I keep it simple and don't use too many colors, you know, where you have to change them all the time. It's not, what do you call it, shade addiction. They used that week's, crap, hang on. This right here, this whole section, and this section is done with like a variegated green, so it's not that you have to change colors. It is, let's see, I have to figure it out, hang on. So up here, it's called Spinach by Classic Colorworks. And they also used, it says evergreen. I don't know where. Oh, so one is baby spinach and one, or, is that right, baby? No, just spinach. And then one is evergreen. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. We'll see, we'll see. Because I don't know. I like to fancy things up. I might even use colored beads. That would be easier than using the thread, huh? You know, and changing out the thread. Of course, you'd have to sew them beads on. But I think it'd be pretty. It would be pretty. So, nope, I told you, didn't have too many plans for this weekend. Just kind of taking it easy and trying not to get worked up over everything else. So, we'll see. Just gonna go and start it and see where it goes. What else did I... Oh, my daughter. I called over there to tell her, you know, I wasn't going to come over for the Super Bowl because by the time it got done, it was going to be late, and I got to be to work at 10 o'clock tomorrow. And so does she, and send the kids to school on top of everything else. My granddaughter gets on the phone. Mind you, she's 5.5, going to be 6. Oh, nope, she's like 5 3/4 because she's going to be 6 in March, the end of March. She said... Grandma, I have a problem. And I'm like, oh God, what? And she says, one of my dresses, one of my doll's dresses, the strap, or the thing that goes up, I don't think she called it strap, the thing that goes over your shoulder, it broke on one of her dresses. And I said, oh really? And she's like, yeah. And we have to sew it. I was like, oh my God. Oh God, she's got sew on the brain. I'm like, okay. I go, we have to do this or Grandma needs to do this? And she goes, oh, we have to do it. And I'm like, oh God, okay. She thinks this is going to be a big deal. My daughter gets back on the phone and she goes, yeah, it'll probably take about 2 or 3 stitches, but yeah, she could at least say she sewed it. I said, you have thread? She goes, someplace. And I'm like, oh God, you don't live in my world, do you? So, yeah. So Grandma has to go and rescue a Barbie dress. I'm like, oh my God. And I was over there the other day, and I wanted to see if she'd still remember why she wanted Grandma to teach her how to sew. And she couldn't. So, it's fading. It's fading. The costume for Halloween is like going away. Yeah, she couldn't remember that that's what we had to learn to sew for. I was like, oh my God, please, no. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Kids, they get ideas. But I figured that'd be fixated in her brain so that she'd never, ever forget all that. But, no, she was good. She didn't remember exactly. She didn't even remember about the sewing machine, so I have no idea. So. And then, to top all that off, I told you I was going to teach her how to sew with that plastic canvas. I don't even know where the needles are for that. I haven't... It might be in with my yarn stuff that I had out, you know, because I was using that that needle to sew together granny squares. But I got plenty of yarn, you know, miscellaneous yarn. here and there. Not that I'm gonna make, nothing I bought for case specific. How far do I have to go here? So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how well that works out. So we will see what happens. Just don't know. Not looking forward to going to work tomorrow. It's just, some days it's just too terribly much for Grandma. Dang it. We didn't spend much time outside yesterday. Didn't go anywhere. Oh, short of the, what do you call it? The hardware store. So, hey, we got one side done. Now what do I do? Okay. These little squares, they're so small compared to what I've been working on the pre-stamped. I can barely see them. It'll be okay, though. I think today I might work on that, the 2021 linen and threads, and see where I can get with it. If I could just get that stupid border done. Not border, but the border for the February square is what I'm talking about. And make it all come out right. Then we might have a chance. Come on. I'm about to run out of thread here. But I think it'll be okay. You can see it better there than almost I can see in person, just because the light's shining on it. But once you get that green next to it, it'll be great. So, I don't know, I might stitch the tree part. Just mix the, like take one strand. I got two greens here. I know, I always try to make things more complicated. We don't want that one. Okay, so I got 501. It's got everything attached to it. And maybe this light green, and take one strand of each so that it looks like branches, and do all 3 tiers like that. We'll see. Maybe. Alright guys, well I think that's going to be it for today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and please hit the bell, and that way you'll know, when my next video comes out. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands. God bless. We'll see you next time. Keep stitching.